So previously we have learned the concept of distance. Recall, what is the distance between any 2 points? It is the length of the path between those 2 points. So for example, we say the distance between your house and your school is 5 kilometers. That means the length of the path from your house to your school is 5 kilometers. That means if you were to walk from your house to school, how much would you have to walk? 5 kilometers. So that is distance, length of the path between 2 points. Now in this video, we're going to learn a new concept which is known as displacement. So to explain the concept, let me take an example. So let's say there are 3 boys who want to go from point A to point B over here. I repeat, there are 3 boys who want to go from A to B. So of course there are multiple paths from A to B. So the first boy goes straight. He starts from A and goes straight to point B. This length of the path is 10 meters. Now what the second boy does is, he first goes from here to here and then finally comes to B. So length of his path is around 15 meters. And the third boy first goes from here to here, then here, then here, then here, and then finally comes back. The length of his path is 45 meters. So all of them have basically started from A and they have reached to B. So I'll name them as, this over here is for boy 1, that is B1. This is the part taken by boy 2, B2. This is the part taken by boy 3, that is B3. So let's first write down the distances for each of them. So I'll give the heading, distances. So we'll start with boy 1. So the distance for boy 1 is, he took the straight path, that is 10 meters. Similarly, what is the distance for boy 2? Remember guys, distance is the length of the path. So length of his path is what, 15 meters? So we'll write down over here 15 meters. Similarly, what is the distance for boy 3? He has taken this long path over here. So length of this path is 45 meters. So all 3 of them started from A and reached B. But of course, this was the shortest path, this was the longest path. So this over here was the concept of distance, that is length of the path between 2 points. So of course, we can have infinite paths. Now what exactly is displacement? Displacement is defined as the shortest straight line path between initial point and final point. I repeat, what is displacement? Shortest straight line path, or we can say shortest straight line distance between initial point and final point. So whenever you want to find displacement, all you have to do is identify the initial and final point, join them by a straight line. Whatever is the length of that straight line, that is displacement. So we'll do it over here. See, what is the starting point over here? A. What is the ending point or final point? B. So see, it is the shortest straight line path between initial and final point. So always join the initial and final point by a straight line. So this straight line over here is displacement. So what is the length of this red line? It is 10 meters. That means the displacement from A to B is 10 meters. So I'll make a new column over here, displacement. So we'll calculate the displacement for each of the boys. So first step is, we'll calculate the displacement for boy 1. So see, displacement does not depend on the path. It depends only on initial final point. For boy 1, this was the initial point. This was the final point. What is the length of the straight line? 10 meters. So it is 10 meters. Next, for boy 2, remember we are not looking at the path now. In displacement, all you have to do is, for boy 2, this is the initial point. This is the final point. What is the straight line? 10 meters. So displacement is also 10 meters. See, this is the change guys. Distance was 15 meters, but displacement is 10 meters. Why? Distance is the length of the actual path taken, but displacement is the shortest path between initial and final point. Similarly for boy 3, what is the initial point? A. What is the final point? B. So what is the straight line between A and B? 10 meters. So displacement for him is also 10 meters. So this over here is the concept of displacement. I repeat, displacement is the shortest path between initial and final point. Shortest path means straight line. So whenever you want to calculate displacement, all you have to do is identify the initial point, the final point, and join them by a straight line. Whatever is the length of the straight line, that is the displacement. So what do we observe from here? Distances can be as many as you want between 2 points, but between 2 points, there'll be a unique displacement. See, between these 2 points A and B, I can make 1,000 other paths, right? But displacement will remain the same. So between 2 points, we can have infinite distances, but we can have only one displacement. Is this clear? Next, whenever we talk about displacement, we also mention direction. See, in the case of distance, I just wrote the length of the path, A to B 10 meters, here 15 meters, here 45 meters. There is no direction over here. But whenever we talk about displacement, we have to mention direction. And what exactly is direction? This straight line over here. So direction for all of them is line AB. So this over here is this, and you can say along AB. Then along AB and along AB. So whenever we talk about displacement, guys, we have to give two things. One is the magnitude, one is the direction. So this over here is the magnitude, that is the number part, and this over here is the direction. What is direction of displacement? It is the straight line joining initial and final point. So this over here is the concept of displacement. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the definition of distance and displacement, and then we'll solve many numericals related to this. So the concept will become absolutely clear. Just to do a short recap, the distance between 2 points is the length of the path between 2 points. So because these three boys took three different paths, hence we have three different distances, as you can see. But when we talk about displacement, it is the shortest straight line distance between initial and final point. So let's say we want to calculate displacement for the three boys. In each case, identify the initial point, the final point. Join the initial and final point by straight line. Whatever is the length of the straight line, that is the displacement. So irrespective of whatever path you take, the displacement is always the shortest distance. So it remains the same for all of them. And whenever we talk about displacement, we have to give magnitude as well as direction. Is this clear? So this over here is the basic concept of distance and displacement.